Hi and happy Easter. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to AIWF Ringside Wrestling. I am Mad Matt Carter, being joined by Hall of Famer Stephen Hayes. It says Grand Mid Atlantic Champion Corey Edsel. I'm not going to dispute his word on that one. And of course, look at this. It looks like they're right in the warehouse of T's Creations. Rick Diesel, Brian and Reagan Danzig. Hello.
We're coming to you live. We're coming to you live from the corporate offices of T's Creations.
It's a family reunion.
Yeah.
Family reunion.
I see what you did there.
That's a booking meeting I should be politicking is what that is.
Oh, mercy. Well,
I'm not happy with you, so
that's cool.
not real thrilled that you're here.
You're welcome.
He's on the list now. He gets the invite every week, whether he comes on or not. So
yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and get started in the slideshow. I got a little something fun, a little something different to start us off with today because it is the holiday, but I thought y'all might get a kick out of. Let's see here. What is that?
How'd I end up with the pink chair?
I don't know.
Here, like a yeet, like some kind of yeet or like some kind of sound.
No yeet.
No, it's no yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet. So AIWF Ringside Wrestling for March 31st. It's our Easter special. And we wanted to wish you and your family a happy
The one in the corner looks like Bull Nakano. It kind of looks like Bull Nakano from far away.
We're gonna get it. That's part of the fun activity I had for us to begin things with after we
I miss wingback wicker chairs.
Yeah, wicker chairs. God, they were so
The one on the right looks like Mecca without his hood on. That baby.
It's the mustache.
Exactly.
Well, it ain't a mustache.
I was a little
Natalie
worried.
Whiplash.
I was a little worried about using the picture of Jesus with the Easter bunny sorting Easter eggs, thinking that like somebody might think that was blasphemous. But I would have to feel like that if Jesus ran into the Easter bunny, he would help him sort the eggs and get them ready. I mean, you know,
He would. He would.
So I mean, so in the spirit of the
Hide this one, fry this one. Hide this one, fry this one.
Yep. That's what the baby faces do.
We still got to have breakfast, you know. Okay, so check us out on Instagram, everybody. We're at AIWF Mid Atlantic Wrestling and Diesel DEEZEL 247, and you can follow me on X at Mad Matt Concord. A lot of fun wrestling stuff. If you're an AEW diehard, you should probably stay away because you probably get your feelings hurt over there. Not by me. I just post stuff that I think is interesting, and some of it's really hard on AEW. You can visit us on TikTok at AIWF Mid Atlantic, and my TikTok, which I really hadn't learned to use much yet, but I'm working on it. But you got to remember, I'm pretty old, so it's going to take a while. Matt.Carter.AIWF. And of course, you can see us on, and you might be watching on YouTube right now. We've got two YouTube channels for you to check out, the AIWF Network and AIWF Ringside Wrestling. And the network is exclusive home to all of our big name shows, our pay-per-views or PLEs, whatever you want to call them. And it's also where you get first run of just all of our programming pretty much, except for this show. And then AIWF Ringside Wrestling, that's where we house the podcast and the AIWF fan cam videos. So to really get your whole AIWF Mid Atlantic experience, you have to subscribe to those channels. So, and we'd love for you to do that. So if you could do us a big favor, if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't already, please hit that like button, click the subscribe button, and ring the bell to get notifications every time we post a video. And both channels, we are very diligently trying to post something every day. Although
we got something special coming up, hopefully this week, right, Rick?
Yeah, tomorrow. That's right. It's coming on tomorrow, right, Rick Diesel?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know. There's so much stuff goes on that network. I can't keep up with it all. But yes, we are debuting the first episode of a Corey Edsel podcast.
Untitled, because I can't.
Untitled.
One. Untitled.
I thought it was I Can Still Wiggle.
Maybe it's Cheater Pumpkin Eater podcast.
That's later. That'll be in a few weeks.
Buried or unburied?
I don't think my ex-wife wants to come on the podcast, so we'll save it.
Burn, burn, burn. Nicely done.
That was nice.
Now we're all gonna have to testify.
Oh Lord.
I didn't hear a thing.
Yeah.
Look at Sean Cruz on that poster right there. Look at that guy.
First off, Corey, you need to pass it on to Mecca. That's the only picture I had.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, he doesn't take pictures, so we got to get some.
I had to get what I could get.
That's fine. Dude, he's just whining. He's whining. Don't worry about it. I'll talk to him.
Actually, I like that picture because of the way he's in a.
Yeah.
It just looks like
he'll be fine.
Everybody under him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of reminds you of Unicron from Transformers the movie. He's just reaching out and swallow up everything.
God, I'm a geek, but I'm not that big of a geek, Matt.
Yeah, that's a deep cut.
Yeah, you are. You got the reference.
Yeah, you knew what I was talking about. So
I knew Transformers the movie was a thing.
Yeah,
but I didn't.
Give him a minute. He'll start singing "I Got the Power."
That's Stan Bush, and that's a great song.
Hey,
all right.
There is a YouTube video up about how that traumatized kids our age that movie did, because they killed off all our favorite toys in the first 15 fucking minutes of the movie.
You know what traumatized me?
And unmonetized after 3 minutes.
Yeah. Optimus Prime, whatever they're trying to open for their power, he says, "Open, damn it!" And I was shocked as a kid when they said that.
Here, I'm going to take it up to a new level of geekdom. That was actually Ultra Magnus, and Robert Stack did the voiceover. And
and became Rodimus Prime.
No, Hot Rod became Rodimus Prime.
Yep.
Thank you. Yes, I can help you out with the Transformers stuff. But after the second season and the movie, I've got the things on DVD, but I've never watched them. I always get bored and just give up. So stuff like that's not as good when you're grown up as it was when you were a kid. But anyway, let's see here. Now, I had something kind of fun. Oh, well, I needed to tell everybody the show Friday night. Hang on.
That'd be good.
Yeah, let's plug the show.
Do your job, Matt Carter. Come on.
Hang on. I got distracted by the Transformers. So anyway, this is the report. The show is coming up Friday night. We're not going to run against WrestleMania. WrestleMania is next weekend, but we want you to start your WrestleMania weekend with us so you can still see some live entertainment, right? Come on out to the park. We're going to get started at 7:00 on Friday night, Friday, April the 5th.
A little baby here.
Whoa, mute while he's talking.
Yeah, listen to all that crying.
Hang on a minute. Y'all keep talking. Hang on a minute. There's somebody kidnapped.
Crying.
Lord have mercy. Somebody go look at the medicine cabinet, get a bottle of NyQuil, adult dose, and pass it around to all those screaming kids. They'll get quiet in like 10 minutes. I'm only kidding. Veterans Park.
Now we're all going to be witnesses.
I didn't hear a thing.
Look, if this was back in the late 80s or early 90s when there was still alcohol in NyQuil, might be a problem. But, the drunkest I ever was as a teenager is when my dad gave me 2 cupfuls of NyQuil one morning.
What did you do?
I had a terrible cold, and the pharmacist told him it would knock it out. So he figured, well, shoot, if I double the dose, it'll knock it out even quicker. See, that's not the way it works.
That's dad logic.
Yeah, and but that's not the way medicine works. So at least not that medicine. And I just remember staggering around the mall that afternoon and wondering why my vision was so blurry, and I had just gotten new glasses.
To every crackhead listening, you now know your problem. Quit doubling the dose.
Oh, mercy. There was Rock caught heat for calling the people in Phoenix crackheads a couple of weeks ago, at least on Twitter. I don't know.
No, they don't do crack in Phoenix. They do meth.
Right.
And I know
Albuquerque too.
My in-laws live out in Chandler, and so I've been through Phoenix. Phoenix is a nice place, but I wouldn't want to go to downtown Phoenix in the middle of the night. I can tell you that. It looks kind of
been there.
When all the businesses have bars on the windows, you know, by
And there's
Sunday.
rattlesnakes on every corner.
Yep, and you need to
Do
get
not
out.
road in Columbia. What?
Yeah, my friends and I we took a wrong turn in Philly and ended in an area looked like the area in Vacation. So that was pretty bad.
Was it Kensington?
No, it's I don't know. It's in the middle of Philly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kensington's pretty rough.
Tickets are same as normal. $5 for the bleachers, $7 for the floor. We'll open the doors at 6:00. Bell time is 7. Kent Wolf is going to be back. And you see all our normal stars are going to be there. Corey Etzel's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So be sure you come on out and join us. Remember, it's not Saturday, it's Friday night. Okay, so special thing. So come out and get your WrestleMania started right with us. Your WrestleMania weekend started right with us with some live wrestling on Friday night, and then you can binge on TV all day Saturday and Sunday night too. So going to be a fun weekend for wrestling fans next weekend. Absolutely.
Can I add something looking at this poster?
Sure.
Can we tell these guys not to take promo pictures with sunglasses on? Because I can almost see what they're looking at when they take the picture.
Yeah, Joey.
Put it on your face.
Picture I got of him.
You can't see. It's the other guy's glasses that's.
I don't like sunglasses in any picture because your eyes are your money. This is part of your money, gents. Don't cover them, dumbasses.
As opposed to Jay White off Wish up here beside Mickey.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing
you
that.
see it now?
Yeah.
People are insulting our workers too much.
They insulted me for years. I get rebuttal now.
No matter what the guy in Tennessee says or Corey Etzel says, we love all our workers and love all everything they do.
Just walk in the locker room during the show. It's fine. It's the same thing. It's no different.
Yeah. So
Not to put too fine a point on it, but didn't you open this show by telling Corey you hated him, Reagan?
You hate Corey. That's different. There's a difference.
But you just said we love all our wrestlers.
Exactly.
Corey is part of all.
And I'm the best wrestler in Mid Atlantic right now.
I don't
because I'm retired.
Steven, I'm gonna make you throw up again if you mess with me.
Yeah, okay.
oh, boy.
Yeah.
He's throwing up a little in his mouth just looking at you right now.
I didn't throw up. I almost threw up.
I
Difference.
tried to get you to.
You almost got it.
So y'all saw some of those pictures that I had at the beginning on the first slide with the uncomfortable Easter Bunny pictures. 8 years ago, a website called boardpanda.com, and I've never been on there for anything other than this article, so I don't know what they did a countdown of vintage hilarious Easter Bunny pictures. And I kind of thought that being Easter, we'd run through these real quick so it can see. All right, this was the one we're going to vote. Go from what was voted last place up to first, right? So it'll get better as we go along. The caption here is Rex fighting the Easter Bunny. I don't think he looks that upset. He looks like he's clearly at Disneyland or Disney World. Doesn't appear to be in any distress whatsoever.
I don't even think that's the Easter Bunny. That's from
Alice in Chains.
It's from Alice, yeah.
It's from Alice in Chains, exactly.
Yes,
Alice.
Yeah.
This is the same thing.
That's the bunny from Alice in Chains.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw them a few months ago. That bunny can
Okay, that one's awesome.
Yeah.
Someone looks like a wolf.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a description of like how excited the kid was, and when they got there and met the Easter Bunny, this is what they saw in their head.
Monty Python rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, the kid is the one. Oh, okay, sorry, I got them mixed up.
Yeah.
Kid was on the right.
Yeah, gotcha.
It was what the kids saw in their head. Look, the older girl seems to be happy. The little one wants to escape.
What is that thing? That's not even a bunny. It's a terrible bunny.
Yeah, oh, this one's good. This one's good. Sadie and Cooper. So Sadie's crying, trying to get away from mom, looks like, and the baby is not happy with the Easter Bunny. Yeah, so
that picture calls those kids 5 years of therapy.
Yeah, that one right there, she doesn't look happy either. It's just like,
I don't know why people still do Easter Bunny pictures when kids are so afraid of that big ass rabbit.
Well, yeah, those kids thought they were being punished. That's a good caption. Why would you?
That
choose
kid's sneezing. He's not upset. He's just sneezing. He has allergies. He has
Okay.
Easter
The kid's
allergies.
just mad about that bow tie.
Yeah.
Look at this. The girl seems to be perfectly fine. The little brother's not having it.
She's happy the little brother's upset.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Keep that rabbit in the nuts.
Twins,
That
Brandy.
ball coming out the bottom of that Easter bunny.
That's the couch.
Awesome.
Tell me that doesn't look like balls.
Son was not a fan of Mr. Cottontail. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get away. It's going to keep getting worse as we move up through this rabbit.
These costumes are horrible.
Yeah. And the kids are all dressed up in their Sunday best and just
What disturbs me about those Easter bunnies is most of them have adult hands. Like they're like this one's actually wearing a suit, but most of them just wear gloves and that big bunny suit with just little bitty hands.
Tiny little hands, yeah.
That's the look of get your calluses off me.
I can see the fear in that Easter bunny's face.
Oh yeah.
Oh. That's the same one, isn't it?
That bunny is high.
Yeah. Oh, this kid, he's having a terrible.
Don't take that candy.
Oh yeah, look, no, won't take it. This lollipop is probably poisoned.
Don't take that candy.
Get in the van.
He wouldn't have underwear on, but that's what's illegal.
Okay. Yeah, he's having a tough time. That's a weird looking Easter bunny too. Pretty sure she's traumatized. Yeah, I'd say so. Let's see. They look. Okay. I see the one kid in the far left.
Hey, Corey, you were asking what happened to Smiley? He's in that rabbit suit.
I was just very close to bringing that up.
Oh wow, this is vintage.
I want a head on that thing.
Yeah, this has to be going back to like the 50s or 60s right here. Yeah. Wow.
That's a young Bret Hart right there. Go back.
Go back. Bret Hart.
Look, he's going, hey. Bret Hart.
Let's see here. Now, nephew really likes that kid. Yeah, he's trying everything to get away. She is not happy.
These are all very. I mean, this. I have.
What?
This when this article hit, I still remember the first year it came out, man. It was everybody was talking about it on social media and posting these pictures. Look at that.
Hey, on ice block.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, Rick Diesel. That don't look
that
like
ain't Jennifer Aniston.
No, that's not Jennifer Aniston's feet. I don't believe.
Have a taste of the sugar cubes, kids.
Oh, look at her with Elmo.
Oh, that was cute too.
Well, Elmo will do more damage to you than the bunny will. So
she doesn't think so.
Yeah,
well, I don't know. Maybe the Easter Bunny's trying to give her Elmo, and she doesn't like.
She don't know about that Kevin fella.
Whoa!
I love it. You awesome. Looking through the hole.
That is binocular. That is not the Easter Bunny.
I will tell you, as a parent, you love these pictures more than any other pictures when they get.
You can see the person's eyes.
Whoa.
You can see their eyes.
Yeah, no, that's what makes it creepy.
That's the creepy part.
Yeah,
it's like an Asian horror film.
They keep getting creepier as we go.
Corey, did you say Banicula?
Yeah, I did.
A Holiday Inn reference, really?
Yeah.
Banicula's a book.
Oh my God! Yeah, I've never met anybody else that had read them.
Oh,
I just read that. I just read that to my shoot job people.
Yeah, I just read it for fun.
Macaulay Culkin on the left.
What did you say?
My shoot job people.
No, the name of the book.
Banicula.
Oh, I thought you said Caligula.
No, Banicula.
So that's what kids awful young be reading that.
What is that?
I don't know, man. What the hell is going on right here?
That one looks like a bug.
It has abs.
Yeah, and it's got eyes too. Hey.
It's like a metamorphosis bunny.
I don't know what's going on.
That bunny's on the smiley list for sure.
Well, that's a scary looking bunny, but the kids don't seem to be intimidated. They're probably like CEOs.
As red as those bunnies' eyes are, those kids ain't got a thing to worry about.
Yeah, well, her eyes.
That's what you get when Kevin Phoenix does bunny.
Let's see. Yeah, she's not having
that is. We have a person.
AC.
Oh,
that's a good one. Is it? Why is it blue?
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
Murph
Apparently it
bunnies.
was. That looks like a Kmart, like 1973 Easter bunny, right?
He's like,
That's a
"Hey,
blue
wow."
light special I want no part
That's
of.
a Bear or a Sky City one.
Well, there's the It bunny.
Uh-oh.
Pennywise the bunny.
Buddy.
Yeah,
We were somewhere around Barstow when the acid kicked in.
Yeah.
What
oh,
the-
we're
what
getting
is-
there.
What's going
What's
on?
Is that
make-
a uterus?
What's wrong with that one ear?
Well, look at it.
I think it's a uterus suit. I don't think that's a bunny outfit.
No, it's not.
Everybody talk,
PG-13.
yeah, guys, you gotta talk one at a time. It's a mess. What's going on here?
Oh,
Like, really,
it's
like,
a
what?
fallopian rabbit.
These look like
Or a-
sleeves from like a jacket
Bladder.
or something. This is definitely pink underwear, like long johns.
It's the fallopian rabbit.
That's good. Thank you, Stephen.
You're welcome.
These kids are not having a good time.
Oh my God.
Can I speak now, Mr. Carter?
Arthur, yeah, go right ahead.
Oh!
That one is disturbing.
Reagan now has the floor.
No, I was just practicing speaking one at a time.
Yeah, good luck with that here.
Yeah,
We'll do the best we can.
that's all I ask. Is it was getting inaudible, so I know people are going to get pissed off and leave. So, but yeah, go ahead, Reagan.
Oh, I was just gonna say that one. Oh man, that one's not that bad for his for his hands.
Mm-mm.
That one, jeez.
Look at that kid.
Oh, it's in front of it's a patriotic bunny.
Patriotic.
It's in
Yeah.
front of the American flag.
I feel like that kid's gonna grow up to be a midget.
They're not called that.
Well, they call
He-
them.
Little people.
Okay, here we're going
Well,
into
now
the top,
getting confused with kids.
and we're going into the top.
Lilliputians.
We're
Not
going,
having
into,
this conversation.
Ah!
we're going into the top 20 now. So it's really going to get creepy here. I like it. See, everything seems to be going well at first. Then they pose for the picture. Then little Donald here looks up, realizes what's behind him, and begins to cry.
The bunny looks like a Pez dispenser.
Yes,
Well,
it does.
The girl
Kid on the
dressed
left
like
looks like a serial killer.
Poor kids. Oh, yeah. Look, this little girl's falling off the podium trying to get away or off his knee. This kid can't get away, and she looks like she might have a sporting chance. So I hope she makes it out.
That one is
Absolutely.
yeah, that's a court photo there. Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh Lord!
I had that furniture in my house.
That rabbit was in a room in the Stanley Hotel in The Shining.
Mm-hmm.
The Robbie Stanley Hotel? That was kind of rude.
Could be.
You check in at 9 and it's over by 2 o'clock in the morning.
All nighter.
Goodness gracious.
Ooh, boy. This kid
Oh,
don't know.
look at him lips.
Look at the eyelashes. What does it say on the back? Fingers?
Same
Bunnyland?
land,
Yeah,
yeah.
it does.
That's how I say finger. Fingers.
Same.
Is that a beat? I guess bangers.
Yeah.
I think that's a
1948.
yes.
There's yeah, Sangers. S-A-N-G-R-S. Yeah, it's probably a department store
So
somewhere.
it's Southern karaoke.
Let's see. Yeah. Now that's
Oh, yeah.
Easter bunny, but the
Mhm.
kid's not. Somebody's distracting that kid off to the. Would see he's looking at something else. Somebody's
This
waving
is no
candy.
photograph of that child.
Last known photograph. Now that looks like a deranged Chuck E. Cheese right there, trying to hold that kid back.
Yeah.
Daddy save us. Yeah, that's a good caption. Oh, look at that.
I
had
hate
to
you.
look really close.
That looks like the thing that Bray Wyatt. Did he wear a mask that looked similar to that?
They had it was a goat.
rolling.
Yeah, but it was a goat, wasn't it? It wasn't a rabbit. It was like,
It was a sheep.
yeah.
It does look like that though. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, it was Eric Rowan that wore that mask. But look at this. I love this one. She's trying to get
That
away.
was taking her away to Sunnyland.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Just before he bit its head off.
Now look, this is one of the ones I use for the cover. That
Yep.
kid just like Yeah, the caption is beautiful. Mom, is this how you're betraying me?
Yep, that's Mecca for sure.
The bunny got hair on his head.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot, and
look
the
at
bunny
that.
is
Comb over.
cross-eyed. Look,
What? What?
yeah, the bunny's cross-eyed. That's that's my same reaction that I saw when I saw this kid the first time. When you if you type in scary Easter bunny pictures in Google, this is one of the first images that comes up.
It looks like he's going to a job interview after the.
He's late. He's late. He's late for an important date.
What's your qualifications? Let me show you.
Is that Robert Gibson under that mask?
I was waiting for that. I don't know about this one. This is a weird looking Easter bunny, but the kids.
Did they just not have the capabilities of making the costumes any better back then?
I guess not.
No.
They didn't have T's Creations back then.
Yeah, there you go.
I went down to a t-shirt.
Nice
This one
segue.
looks like it's taken at a Greek restaurant. This is my question. This looks like a senior portrait.
I think I worked a show with him once in Tennessee.
Yeah, you did, because I worked him.
I think I fed him chow at the jail one night.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, then he came and did the show.
God.
The kid looks fine, but the Easter bunny looks just evil in this picture. And that's why, children, you can't trust anybody who's offering you candy. Yeah.
No. John Wayne Gacy before the clown makeup.
This is brain damaged Easter bunny. He got hit by a truck in the parking lot about 3 years ago and ain't been right.
CTE.
Go home, Easter bunny.
Big hair shot.
Yeah, CTE bunny. Good one. Good one.
Come on up here and sit on my lap, little boy. I'll give you a piece of candy. Oh, Lord.
That's Prison Break bunny.
That's a Batman villain right there.
I don't know, man. It looks more like the Easter bunny came to the Klan meeting to me.
Thank you. I was, if it wasn't the day, I was about to make a burning joke, but not going to today.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Can you call this name? Oh, it's a cute little puppy dog. Oh, this is my favorite.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Is this the picture right off Ellis Island?
Oh, that was the Holocaust.
Oh my God!
Oh,
I can't help it. I'm sorry. That's what it looks like.
He's at Auschwitz.
Y'all stop.
Oh, demonetized for the next 3 shows.
Lord.
Oh.
They killed him at Auschwitz because the Jews wouldn't have believed in Jesus, so they don't have Easter.
That's fine.
Oh my God! I'm kind of stepping into some bad territory right now.
Oh, that's a dark joke.
Mom's thinking about all the money she's going to have to spend on psychiatry bills after this experience.
She's got Bob Newhart chairs.
It was the 80s. And of course,
God, no.
That one looks like a werewolf.
Yeah. That had to be in the 40s or the 50s, I would say. Just the
Cadbury Strikes Back.
And of course, number one, which I disagree with. I think
No, I've seen scarier or worse.
Yeah, I would say this one and this one are my favorites. But
I love that one.
Yeah, I do too.
On my wall.
That's just like that's a horror movie character right there, man.
It's the Doctor Who Easter special is what that one is.
America.
Oh mercy. So I hope you
Diesel, don't turn around, but there is something behind you. Hey Ty.
Let me do a couple of ads real quick, and then we're going to talk about possible goings on with the Fulton family. Hands down, the best car cleaning service in town. You give. Okay, can I read the ad now?
Go for it.
All right, thank you. So hands down the best car cleaning service in town. Call 336-883-5722 for more information. They service the Mount Airy, Surry County area, and they might come out a little farther if the price is right. But if you got an old car that you need cleaned up, it's been sitting on blocks under a tree for a while, or you just don't like washing the car, you're like me and just don't like fooling with it, you can give them a call if you own a used car lot or you got a business with a bunch of trucks or something that need cleaning on a regular basis and you don't want to hire an extra hand. Yes, I'm sure this will be cheaper than hiring employees. So give us a call or give them a call, 336-883-5722, Premier Auto Detailing, and they can find a plan to suit your needs. And of course, as we stated earlier, coming to you live from the corporate headquarters of Tees Creations, it's Tees Creations, custom tees, sweatshirts, hoodies, all kinds of gift ideas. You can visit them at teescreations22.com, Tees Creations by Allied Apparel on Facebook, TikTok, Tees Creations there, and they are also on Shopify. So you can check them out. They're all over the internet. Their social media presence is absolutely huge. So check them out. If you need some kind of custom job done, if you got a little league baseball team that needs shirts for the uniforms, you got a church function coming up, family reunion, any of that kind of stuff, and they're going to be probably a lot cheaper than their competitors because they don't have no middleman. That's direct selling to you. It's not going through any type of middleman, right? And they also are doing merchandise for AIWF Mid Atlantic. So if you want some AIWF Mid Atlantic gear, check them out. Get over there. teescreations22.com. They're also on Facebook, Tees Creations by Allied Apparel, and TikTok, Tees Creations, and check out their Shopify. All right. And if you'd like to get your small business on the air for a read similar to what you just heard, it's only $10 a month. And if we take a week off, that doesn't affect you any. We're only going to bill you every 4 reads. So a short month, we take a vacation, will not affect you one bit. We're going to keep it low. We are putting the headlock on high advertising prices and would love to have you, if you've got a side hustle you'd like to mention on here, AC, we would love to have you join us. So that's it. $10 a month. We could do a video commercial for you. If you want to, that's a little more pricey, but hey, we'd be willing to work with you. But again, for reads, just like you heard, we will get you $10 a month. Or if you just need to come on promote like a yard sale or something for 1 week, it's only $6. I challenge you to find any advertising with any wrestling promotion any cheaper than we got it here. All right. And hey, you want to see how many YouTube subscribers we got? YouTube subscribers, we got well over 1,100 on the Ringside Wrestling channel and nearly 4,000, I think, last time I checked on the AIWF Network. Is that correct, Rick Diesel?
That sounds pretty close. Maybe a little less than that, yeah.
Okay.
But it's growing. I mean, when I first come back
through the roof. It's about to go through the roof.
Over. I mean, it's grown a lot since then.
It's going to go through the roof.
It is. I mean, our
probably starting tomorrow night, right?
Oh wait,
tomorrow night.
You were talking about the network. Matt's talking about the YouTube, like just in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like for this show, like this.
Are you
talking about the network or the Ringside Wrestling?
I mentioned them both. We were at.
He mentioned both. He said 1,100 on Ringside Wrestling.
Okay.
Almost 4,000. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. And so we want to thank you, fans, for all your support and that kind of stuff. So like Reagan ran across a video or audio clip earlier in the week, and I gotta find it.
Do you have the 13-minute one or the 1-minute one?
I got the 1-minute one.
Oh wait, I have the 13.
Yeah, there's a longer one.
Let me give you the address, and you can make the decision yourself about it. But I know we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to listen to the 13-minute one, we can. But I don't know. Where did you send it to me in an individual message, Reagan? Or
I thought I sent it to Mad Matt Carter. Well, yeah, I call it Mad Matt. That's what I say on the. My internet's not working because of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
I've got it here somewhere, but I can't remember. because you texted it to me, but I need it on something that I can access on the computer.
I don't think the one I.
So just explain. Let me explain while we're waiting for everybody. That there's some kind of podcasts or something that Bobby Fulton and his son were on. And after they finished recording, like Bobby Fulton's son started yelling at him and berating him. And
well, from what I understand, Matt, it happened during the podcast because the original podcast at one time they cut a lot of it out.
Oh.
And the thing that you had was 1 minute, but I found 13 minutes of it, which sounds, well, I think people are torn between it because so some people it sounds like they're fighting and arguing with each other. Some of them think it's the son, being abusive to Bobby Fulton, and then some of it sounds like Bobby Fulton is emasculating his son. So
I've seen them go at it in person. It's phenomenal.
For a Christian, he sure does have a dirty mouth.
Hey, you got to fight that battle.
In here, preacher.
Mommy, hey, Terry's got a dirty mouth.
God,
I can't understand nothing he says.
I can because of my shoot job. I can understand people.
Well,
I love George Hines, just for the record. Let me throw that out there. His brother.
Let's see if I can get this thing to play without getting in trouble.
Okay, yeah.
On the previous episode of the Duke Loves Wrestling podcast, Hines and his father, Bobby Fulton, came on to address the criticism and fans who've done business with them. There was a portion of that conversation that did not make air. But upon reflection and concern, you will hear in this episode what I heard, including...
I'm going to tell you this. You're going to run me and make me look like a fool on that damn thing. You are fucking dumb. No, you are dumb, you dumb son of a bitch. I'm going to beat your ass in here right now. Hey, do it. There's nobody to stop us. You are going to act like I'm the fucking adult because I fucking am a man. I'm a fucking adult.
So my question for you, brothers and sisters, is simple. Does it sound like Dylan Hines is abusing his father, Bobby Fulton?
You're locked in. Look at what we have here, folks. To the only show.
Yeah, I'm not going to play somebody else's podcast.
Well, no, you have to just fast forward through that part, and then it gets to the point. It's not his. He plays it without talking like over it for the podcast. He just is list. You can just hear them fighting.
Well, I will direct you guys to that link, and you can just search Bobby Fulton podcast. I guess would be a good place.
Well, I just searched if you do Bobby Fulton's son abuse, it'll come up first.
Oh, okay, Bobby.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to name the name of the podcast or not, but that's up to you.
I bumped it. I saw the post on Twitter. The link Reagan originally sent me took me to Twitter where the 1 minute clip was, and I reposted it and commented like, this doesn't sound good, or what's going on here, something like that. And the dude that did the podcast gave me a like, and I don't know if he followed me or not, but he was like, yeah, this is, he said, this is disturbing, brother. And so apparently being there now, was the gravelly voice, was that Bobby Fulton?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yelling back. Okay.
Yes, he had throat cancer. So he had, and then, I would suggest everybody listen to it, and make your own decisions about it. But after I listened to it, I mean, the son said some terrible things, but it really, to me, sounded like two people fighting with each other. Like Bobby Fulton was emasculating him, and then he was trying to help him save face about something. He's talking crap about, I don't know who it was, but then the guy started really laying into Bobby. So I don't know. I'll let Grit Diesel talk about Bobby Fulton.
Well, my thing is when I listened to it, I mean, it almost sounded like Bobby was trying to keep him from walking into a trap. because Bobby knows this business and he knows when to keep his mouth shut and when to open his mouth most of the time. And it sounded to me like he was trying to keep Dylan from saying some stuff that could come back on him later, trying to protect him, and Dylan just wasn't having it. Now, I've never dealt with Dylan, but I've heard all the stories. I have dealt with Bobby. Bobby's an odd duck. Bobby's the one that gave me in the 90s in Millers Creek, North Carolina. He's the one that gave me the concussion that I don't even remember the night the ring being tucked down or even coming home when he hit me in the head with a ring bell. So I don't know. Bobby's always been weird. I worked with him when he was doing the Tough Man contest. Like I said, I've never met Dylan, but I've heard the stories. So
Brian's got an interesting story about Bobby.
Yeah,
you want to give it?
Yeah, my only real interaction with Bobby Fulton, Daniel and I were working on a show that he was working on. I can't remember where it was, but Daniel was wearing a shirt that said, "Remember, kids, Satan loves you." And Bobby took offense to it. And Daniel was just like, well, we're the heels. This is our gimmick. This is what we do. And Bobby just kept on and on about it. And he was like, look, we're not going to be able to agree on this. Let's just shake hands and agree to disagree. And he was like, I can't do that. And Daniel was just like, okay, well then I guess that's it. And so we just walked off, and he asked Buddy Landell, he was, well, what do you think? Do you think he should be wearing that? And you're trying to drag other people into it, but that was didn't leave a very good impression on me. But again, that was just the one interaction that we had with him. So
I've known Bobby for years. I mean, what I'm saying? I met Bobby in the 90s, so it's almost 25 years of weirdness that I can say, oh yeah, I know how Bobby is. So it's hard for me to say. Like I said, I don't know anything about Dylan, but I do know about Bobby. Bobby will provoke if he gets a chance. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he'd provoke his son. But he's not afraid to provoke anybody else. He's not above it.
So I guess you would not, in your opinion, Rick Diesel, after listening to it, you don't think it was any type of abuse going on there, any elder abuse?
I can't say. I mean, I don't know what was happening. As far as I know, he could have had Bobby's throat in his hand. He could have been choking him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He could have been threatening him with a stick because it was a video. Right? Exactly. So I don't know what was going on, but
there were some instances where you could hear Bobby say, stop, stop, stop.
Yeah.
But you can't, it's a phone call. And, and what's in Dylan was calling him the R word. And one thing that's, like what Rick was saying about trying to protect him from saying something, he's like, I know a hatchet job when I hear a hatchet job. So I really think he was trying to keep him, because he also said, don't prove him right. Don't prove him right. And I think that just infuriated his son. And he said some terrible things, like terrible, that I would never say to an adult. But was Bobby fighting back? He was. And just listening to, I think people should listen to it, make their own opinion based on it. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know.
They could have just a very toxic family relationship too.
They do.
Or they could have planned it so people will talk about them again.
Yeah, we could all feel for it.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard. That conversation did not sound like any fight I've ever been in. Like, I'm an adult mother. I'd have to hear the extended.
Wrestlers involved. It's work.
Yeah, I think it's. I gotta agree with you guys. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think it's clickbait, and it's simple. Although I will say this, seems like it would have been better to do that before the show in Chillicothe a few weeks ago, or no? You guys have more experience than I do. Would it have been better for that to happen before that show, or would that have hurt ticket sales? Do you think?
I don't think it would have affected them at all.
No, because they do that show up there once a year. So
yeah.
And so, yeah, I bet you, man, there's nothing that happens in Chillicothe, Ohio that makes people descend on it like that wrestling show does every year, you know.
Yeah.
And Chillicothe, if the city fathers are listening to me, and I'm sure they're not, could you please put a White Castle closer to the highway? It is too far off the highway. Just saying. But anyway, I go through there on my way to Columbus when I go to Ohio to visit family. So, yeah, I'm familiar with driving through there and stopping for a Monster one time because I was very sleepy. But anyway, that's all I know
All
about
White Castles should be right off the exit. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, and I don't know why. Even in their home base of Ohio, sometimes you have to drive a long way to get to one of them.
Come to Tennessee and you can't avoid a damn Crystal.
Yeah. I'll say something controversial here. When I go to White Castle or Crystal, I don't like the onions. I always get the burgers without the onions, and I actually think the cheese Crystal is better than the cheese White Castle.
That is controversial. Especially those onions is what makes it.
Oh, yeah. But that's my opinion, and you know what opinions are like. Everybody's got one.
You stop and buy a couple Crystal burgers, just eliminate the middleman, take them straight to the toilet, and flush them.
You're just saying that because there's crystals all around you and you're sick of them.
I was sick of them from day one. I'm a White Castle guy.
I used to see Rob McBride buy the 20-pack at Crystal's when they had it in Burlington. It wasn't for everyone. It was just for him.
I can see that.
I was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I had to get me some crystals. Thing this big.
Don't lie. He gave Tank one.
I know. He didn't give me one because he's a dick. But
well, yeah.
Like I wanted a crystal, and he's like, "Oh man, what you want to order something?" I'm like, "What?" This story's not in the podcast, by the way. It's not in the podcast.
I'm going to stop at Steak and Shake after the show's over too.
The nearest Crystal burger to here now is down in Gaffney at a gas station. And you have to go kind of far off 85 to get to it. I mean, it's right off the exit, but the exit loops around, goes over a bridge, and then you got to drive down a hill. It's just, it's a lot. But
it's not worth the trip.
No. I'll ask Jinky if we're going down to Spartanburg or Greenville for something. And like, hey, do you want to stop at Crystal? And then the no is usually out of her mouth before I finish the question. So she was nice enough to let me stop at this one in Sevierville on our way out of Gatlinburg last time. And we got a box of 10 and polished them off on the way back.
See, now you can stop at Buc-ee's.
Yeah, I know. And they're going to build a Buc-ee's in Mebane too. Oh, man. If Mebane wasn't congested enough, now they're going to put a fucking Buc-ee's in there. All right. So let me do our next set of ads, and we will talk about the goings on on the national promotions. Let's see here. This would be our friends at Branch Management. They were actually our first sponsor. So they're our oldest child. And like most parents, we love the oldest one the best. And so, but yeah, it's springtime, time to get that landscaping going. If you hadn't cut your grass yet, you probably need to call Branch Management right now because you're probably in some sort of code violation. Because it's a warm, beautiful day here in Concord for this Easter Sunday. And certainly just about everybody, I think, on this panel has had good weather today, I assume. Is that correct? All right. So the greenhouse is also open at Branch Management. They got all your hanging plants. Just are they ready to go, Rick Diesel? All of those hanging plants, are they ready to go? Good to go now or no? Hello. All right. Pressure washing, general contract, gutter cleaning, free estimates. We couldn't sell pussy on a troop train. Not tonight, anyway. 336-648-24.
Hey, man, tonight.
647. I mean, just God, I'm giving out Collinsville numbers. 336-648-2487 for Branch Management. And maybe they'll let you come get something out of the greenhouse, or they'll even bring it to you. Maybe, who knows? Give them a call and find out. Tease Treats, our most delicious sponsor and official concessionaire of AIWF Mid Atlantic, are available. They are a local food truck based in Mount Airy. They are all over the place. And if you want to book them for your event this summer, you better get in touch with them quick, because 336-755-8204. 336-755-8204. And Tease Treats is now offering frozen banana. And so plain rainbow sprinkles and peanuts. That's and there's another flavor too, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. But anyway, reach out to Tease Treats at 336 strawberry 336-755-8204, 336-755-8204, or you can look them up on Facebook. Just search Tease Treats. And so yummy, yummy, yummy. Anyway, so Friday night's the big night for us. We're back in action. But on Smackdown this past Friday night, Jade Cargill signed a contract to come to the main roster. I will just say this and ask it in the form of a question. Too soon? Go. Who wants to go first?
No, not too soon.
Yes, it is. I don't think she's ready. She's sloppy.
Okay. Anybody else?
Oh, I'll add it. I think she'll be fine. If she's been in Orlando, she'll be fine.
Yeah, I think we'll just have to wait and see, and what it's gonna be like once she gets in there with like the caliber of wrestlers that they have, and see if she can keep up. That it'll be interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't in. I mean, her jump was big. Do you know what I'm saying? Like going from AEW to main roster, whereas a lot of people, they start on Impact or AEW, then they go to NXT for a little, a pretty good amount of time, but then they hit the main roster. So it'll be interesting to see if she is able to make that jump.
They've got her in there with Bianca as a tag partner. She'll be protected. She'll be covered. Yep. She'll be fine.
Oh, and I mean, she's been having matches with the ladies in NXT. I mean, even though they're not television, that's where she's been. So, and Shawn Michaels is right there. So,
yeah, it just seems like sometimes people are there a little longer to be then put on the big show. I don't know. I admit,
But I think we also have to remember her performance at the Rumble. Her coming in and picking Nia Jax up and chucking her, eliminating Nia Jax pretty much by herself. Yeah. That's going to be another person that they can put in the ring with Nia that's going to be a legitimate threat to Nia.
Yep. If Nia doesn't smash her face by accidentally,
I got a feeling Jade would smash her back.
Yeah, me too. I think if Nia hurts
Jade, and I may be hoping that Jade smashes her back or even first.
Yeah. Jim Cornette calls this the Karrion Kross death spot, and so go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so Jim Cornette calls this the Karrion Kross death spot. I don't want this to fail with the AOP, really, because Paul Ellering's there, but I don't know, man. I don't feel much steam on this whole arrangement. What do you guys think?
I think they could have given Paul a better team to come out with. I think that they're trying to let him get some sort of focus on him, but I don't think it's going to work. It didn't work last time.
Well, AOP is actually very good for their size, but
something about it this time is just not clicking with me. I don't know.
Ross has been lost at sea the whole time he's been there, really. He is the poster child of creative has nothing for you.
Yeah, you're right. The funny thing about it was that the AOP, when they got re-signed, they insisted that Paul be their manager. Paul was happily retired in Florida, and they insisted that he come back. So, I admire their loyalty to him, and kudos to Paul. He can still get around good enough that he can come down in the ring and encourage these monsters to beat up Bobby Lashley. So maybe something will happen at Mania with all this. I don't know. We'll see. But there's the whole group together. Paul got his
whole tag division is so weird to me right now. Like at this point in time, they have more tag teams than I remember in decades, but there's still nothing there. There's no real fire to any of them. Like, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, it kind of restarted. No, you're right, because
mentioned before, did Paul Ellering, is he bringing back Mr. Sacco?
I don't know. I was wondering about that too, and I can't remember.
Got a sock on his hand. It's got an eye on the top of it, an eyeball.
It looks like it, but I don't
It's
remember
a Hall
that.
of Fame ring.
Yeah, I don't remember anything sticking out to me Friday night that was really.
Okay.
That's the new Rocco, is what that is. That's the brand new Rocco.
He left that thing in Europe somewhere, didn't he?
I think Hawk burned it.
Maybe the
they were
person
smart.
just put it in to see if people would notice it.
That's something I would do 100%.
Yeah. I think what you were saying though earlier about the tag team division though is like Vince worked so many years to kill it off because he didn't want to pay two guys for one match.
Yep.
And I think now they're trying to bring it back, but they're kind of starting at square one.
Yeah.
So,
and you don't have a FTR or anyone like that to go out there and be like, come here.
Yeah.
I'm here. This is how we do it.
Yeah.
No FTR, no Usos together. No.
Yep.
Yes.
Usos were perfect together. Yeah.
Yes, they were. I hope that after they have their match at WrestleMania and get that out of their system, that they will get back together quickly, because they were the glue of the tag team division.
Yep.
And it's just, yeah. Anyway, here's the evil luchadors talking, calling out the good luchadors, and look, Dominic joined the evil luchadors to get even more heat. That is, what's that guy's name? Oh, shoot, I can't remember his name.
Juan.
No. Anyway, but so here are the good luchadors led by
Had
Rey
a 50-50
Mysterio.
chance.
Here are the good luchadors led by Rey Mysterio. They come out and confront him. A lot of talking. Big fight breaks out. Yep. There we go. And the good guys are standing tall at the end. I think this is Dragon Lee with the LWO now, or somebody. I don't know. I get them all mixed up.
Carlito's hair is bigger than Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio combined.
What do you guys think about Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate forming a tag team?
That's an FTR tag. That's a match right there that can main event any pay-per-view. If they, I'll throw this thing. That would be a great matchup for them.
Yes, it would.
What do they call them? Man Dunn?
No, they're the. Oh shit! If you hadn't asked, catches catch.
They got that thing on top of their head.
They got. I can't remember the name.
Catch 22 or something.
Yeah, something in a reference to catches
catch wrestling.
Yeah. They got a nifty team name.
Wait.
Huh?
Well, no, it's like catch. This was what they call.
Yeah, I can't remember their team.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about like the weight class where you're not with the same weight class.
But anyway, they would be a great combination for FTR, and they're going to WrestleMania now for that six team tag team ladder match. Seems a little
clusterfuck.
Yes, it seems a little dangerous. It's a lot of teams in there. That is definitely a case of I want to get everybody I can on the card.
You're just burying your tag division. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed when I saw that. AJ Styles came out looking ripped and angry as usual since his return. He's tired of taking all this crap.
Oh, that's TRT Styles. You better get that right.
And who is this guy? I don't even remember this.
Insert local indie talent here.
Okay, and then LA Knight comes out of the crowd and they get into a big kerfuffle. That's kind of nice. Two, and I'm not saying this is like old guys is at the end of their run, old in age compared to most of the roster, but still in the prime of their careers. I think the two old guys are getting a match, and they've worked with each other in the other promotions like TNA and stuff like that. So this will be good, man. They get them on a stage in front of a football stadium in Philly. Which you never know about the crowd in Philly. The crowd in Philly might just shit on it and boo them out of the building. But either way, they're getting their shot. LA Knight's rise to popularity was amazing. But I think I'll point this out. It's been pointed out on other podcasts, but I'd like you guys' opinion. Seems like The Rock coming back is kind of taking the piss out of LA Knight a little bit. And I don't think it was done intentionally. I think just The Rock takes up so much air in the room. Because he is such a big star. I mean, he's the biggest movie star in Hollywood. And so you know.
Well, there's so much alike. If you go take LA Knight and The Rock,
yeah,
why wouldn't you just go with the original? You know,
you go with the alpha shit talker. That's what it is. It's
Well,
I think
go ahead, Reagan.
I think it's one of those things that are making. There are a lot of people who love that The Rock are back, but these are legitimate concerns that fans now have about The Rock coming in. Now, do I agree with it? No, but I do think that's one of the reasons people aren't happy with The Rock, because they feel like he's doing just reading marks on the internet and stuff. It's like that he's just coming in and taking everybody's heat. So I don't think it's true, but I think it's one of their arguments. So
they are wrong.
There's a part of me that leans back and goes, "All right, rest of y'all, step up."
Yes.
Did y'all see that video that got posted to social media after Raw went off the air?
Yes.
Where Rock was beating Cody Rhodes, and
the continued promo. Yeah,
it's pretty good. I'm trying to get my Easter Bunny ears on, because I forgot about them until just right now. I think you get them out of storage just for this show.
We're gonna add you to those list of photos. Just take
Thank
one of
you.
the children over at Rick Diesel's and put them with Matt Carter, and we've got it.
I couldn't be any.
I remember years ago.
Set Billie Holiday on his lap.
An interview with Ric Flair, and he was talking about the younger guys who were upset that the older guys were still there and they weren't able to move up. And Flair was like, well, back in my day, you got yourself over and you pushed the old guys out of the way and took their spots.
Yeah.
You didn't, the old guys didn't step out of the way. They kept making their money until they couldn't make it anymore. And the younger guys were the ones that were supposed to push them out of the way and take their spots from them.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with The Rock. It's just like with comedians who, legendary comedians who want to just go to a comedy club and they'll just take the headline spot, and the younger guys just get bumped. That's just how it is. When you get to be that as famous as them, you'll get to do that too. But until then, you just have to take it.
Yeah.
It should be. They should have to. If you want that spot, take it. You shouldn't be privileged enough, and it should be gave to you.
Yeah.
The saying that I gave Diesel years ago that ended up on the back of a shirt for a while, and it holds true. If you ain't getting over, you ain't going over.
Yeah, I love that shirt. But The Rock posted some comments on Twitter I wanted to read here in relation to that video. He says, I hate constraints and bullshit rules. And just because some WWE producer says clear, meaning we are no longer live on the air and the show is over, that doesn't mean I just stop whatever I'm doing and tell everyone great job. It fucking pissed me off. I can't shut my high emotions off just because a script says we're done. But even in this crazy fucking world of pro wrestling, this is a microcosm of a larger issues I have with individuals, corporations, and governments telling us what we can or can't do. You have to do it this way. You have to say it that way, or you'll get canceled. They create fear if you have a different perspective and don't live by their rules. It's their way or no way. Fuck that. I say it the way I want to say it. I do it the way I want to do it. My choice, our choice. Fuck your clear. Final boss. Interesting comments. He's standing.
Yeah, Brian Gerwitz did a great job writing that. I'm very impressed.
Well, I don't care. It's something that comedians have been dealing with for years now. This cancel culture,
Well,
and I'm glad to see the biggest star in Hollywood actually going on record and saying fuck cancel culture.
I want to say that is the one exception to the Rock rule I do not like. The Rock should not be allowed to drop F-bombs and stuff like that, and there be no repercussions because no one else can do that.
That's on Twitter.
They can't do. They can't do that.
Yeah.
He can't be fired. He's the head of the board, or he's on the TKO board. He can't be fired. But if LA Knight went out there and said, "Hey, mother," they would fire him or fine him immediately. So I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was on social media though. He didn't do that on USA Network.
Well, so on television they censored it, but in the arena they heard it.
They didn't hear that. That was just what I just read was a post on Instagram and
No.
Twitter.
That part maybe, but there was parts where he was dropping F-bombs that did air in the arena.
Yeah,
that's been confirmed, and they heard it.
Okay,
so and that's not the government. The government isn't telling The Rock he can't say it in the arena, but the WWE, I'm sure, has a problem with that. And again, it's and as far as the government says we're not going to lock you up for saying things. They're not saying freedom of speech means the government isn't going to lock you up for saying the F-bomb.
But WWE, who they're going to have a problem with? He's on the board at TKO. What are they going to do? They can't do anything to him.
Well, I mean, they
could find another performer for doing the exact same thing. They'll find him into oblivion. My buddy got 7-seconded on Raw because he got kicked in his head and said it, and he got fined out the ass for it, and they caught it. But this guy's on the TKO board. He's supposed to set the example for these other guys, and he's going out there and doing that. I mean, that to me is hypocritical. Going out and getting over is one thing, but leave that F-bombs and stuff. That just don't.
Right, and it's so staged. The whole thing is just so staged. He is saying exactly what he thinks. He, like you had said, the person writing, and I don't remember who you said, Corey.
Brian.
Yes. And just, it's exactly what the people want to hear from somebody like The Rock, that they're coming after him, that he's being persecuted, and he knows that that a lot of people that watch wrestling believe that way in their lives, so they want to hear somebody like The Rock say it. And he's doing it, and I agree with Corey. He's getting away with a lot more than anybody else would be. Anybody else. So it's a slippery slope that you have. And I don't know. And you can't say it was on Twitter or Instagram because they've locked down people's Twitter and Instagram in the past, like fast, for saying anything that doesn't go like with their character or they find inappropriate. I mean, they've done that before. Maybe not now, but in the past.
Well, yeah, I can say it was on Twitter and Instagram because that's where it was.
No, I'm saying the WWE has shut people's opinions down and stuff like that on their Instagrams and Twitter, because even though it's their personal one, because they think they control all their workers, they have shut.
You're talking about Vince McMahon time, though. That those days are over. It looks like.
And that's what I said. I said those days are over, but it has happened in the past.
I want to look at it from a different perspective.
Go.
What will happen when all this goes to Netflix and it don't matter anymore?
Oh yeah.
See,
they're still going to be PG.
Yeah, everybody's got the wrong idea about that. Everybody's assuming it's going to be balls to the wall when they go to Netflix, and I bet you it ain't.
Nope.
I feel like they will allow a little more language, maybe not F-bombs, but I think they will kind of go back toward the Attitude Era.
They might.
I just don't know if you can. I don't know if you can recapture that era. Like,
I don't think they have the people to do it no more.
And it'd be interesting to see.
Well, they had nothing to lose then either. Now they have everything to lose. I mean, everything.
Right.
Their advertising's at its highest. They're about to re-up Smackdown, or did they just re-up?
They did re-up already. They're going to move to USA Network.
Huge numbers on that. Get the big deal with Netflix. They have everything to lose now. Whereas going into the Attitude Era, they're coming out of 95, 96, where Vince was paying for the company out of pocket. He had to do something.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have a choice.
Yeah. He could take the chance.
Yeah.
But
I don't think they can now.
The ratings for Raw are up. They were at like 1.9 million last week. SmackDown's consistently over 2 million this week. They're selling out almost everywhere they go. It seems like whatever they're doing is working, but remember this, and I'll give credit. Brian Last pointed this out first, but he was right. WWE got hot before The Rock came back.
Yep.
WWE was hot going back to last year at WrestleMania, even before then. You know, I mean, probably Survivor Series 2 years ago. You know, and so yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see The Rock there. He is the biggest star. You let your biggest stars get away with more. That's always been the case. We'll see how it shakes out. Look at this T-shirt here I got on screen. This was put out by AEW Shop, and look what's the fuck. Are they trying to get our buddy Samoa Joe in trouble with the wrestling fans? Because, I mean, he's stealing 2 bloodline, the main event, remember the main event, Jey Uso, and the final boss, The Rock. I mean,
and ain't none of them going to go up to Joe and say a word about it.
Hell no, they wouldn't say nothing to Joe. I don't think he designed the shirt, or you know, and so I think I put it when I put it on Twitter. I was like, hey
Matt, could you scroll back up your feed so I could watch Necro Butcher get hit in the head again?
Yeah, man. There you go.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Anytime I see Necro Butcher getting hurt, it brings joy to my soul.
There we go.
The thing I want, not on that, but like, they can't put their whole, like, what's going to happen when The Rock leaves? Like, what kind of vacuum is going to be created when he's gone? Because he's not going to stay there forever. He might stay on the board, but once Moana has to be shot, and once the live version of Moana has to be shot, and who knows what's going to happen with the Fast and Furious series, if he's going to come back. Like, there's all these things. Like, what's going to happen when he leaves? Like, what?
Ye of little faith in Triple H. I think they've probably got it booked to next WrestleMania already.
I think he's on the Brock schedule. I think he's replacing Brock on that schedule.
Yeah.
Or you know, but there's rumors that Brock is coming back for WrestleMania. Yeah, I don't see that happening. But
I think Rock is doing what he's doing, so if the ratings drop when he leaves, he can stroke his ego.
Yep.
Because his ego is huge here lately.
They won't though, because Punk's quarter hour surpassed everything. So if they've got Punk in some, they'll be okay. They'll be all right with that.
I just worry about him, man. You know, he seems pretty brittle here lately, and he's a damn good talker though. His segment on Monday night was fucking fantastic.
It was great.
You put him out there with Graves and McAfee, that would be the greatest commentary team
it's going to be good.
That line he snuck in on Drew McIntyre about who brought him in.
Say his name. Say his name.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty funny. You can definitely tell Vince is not there anymore.
But I'm not one of those people that thinks The Rock comes in because he has an ego. Yes, he has an ego, but I don't know. You don't when you've already got movies and all these things, you're putting a lot on the line to step into ring, even if it's not. I mean, to step in the ring and put your actual income on the line of making movies. I mean, it's a dangerous business to come back into when you already have another life.
Well, I feel like his intentions were 100% good, because he's like, oh my God, this controversy came up. How are we going to save this? And everyone around him agreed, obviously. But what tells me a lot about him is when they realized it wasn't going to work, they course corrected. They're like, okay, well, this ain't going to work. We need to go another route. And now he's getting a bigger babyface reaction now than when he was trying to be a babyface. Mm-hmm. This is how it works. But I think it was a good move for him. I hope he's looking down a bit. So hopefully
right. Attitude there.
Yeah. Well, the only time the fans turn on him is when he's actually out there face to face with Cody, and then they'll boo him a little bit.
Yep.
So Dakota Kai and Bianca Belair were the main event on SmackDown. Boy, you can tell we're 2 weeks out from WrestleMania, and they're just trying to get there, baby. But no offense to those two, but that's not a main event match. You know, I'm sorry, Dakota has just come back from a terrible injury that's had her on the shelf for over a year, I think, right? Mm-hmm. Almost 2 years. You know, and so I just thought, you know, I don't want her to rip her knees apart again this quickly. And but anyway, Asuka and the Pirate Princess came and interfered as always. And then Naomi came to help, and that was awfully nice of her. And so that was great. Well, but then the Damage Control got the advantage again. It's hard for me to say that without Bailey there. Oh, Bailey.
I'm very curious about their numbers. Like, what is their ratings, especially in the WWE? Because in AEW, of course, they bomb anytime they put the women out there because they put them out there cold with nothing typically.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'd be curious to hear the quarter hours on those two, but I don't know of any podcasts that do the quarter hours, and I'm not subscribing to WrestleNomics to get that.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Unless somebody else wants to pay for it.
No,
but anyway, and then Jade Cargill. That's a very sheer outfit. I'll say that. It came to the ring. Jade always wears some pretty risque stuff, but she came to the ring and using the force of the belt to her advantage, gave Asuka an abdominal injury, it looks like right there. Yeah, again. So the Pacific Islander gang, known as Damage Control, got their faces smashed by Jade Cargill. And she made like she was pinning Kairi Sane. So
those are not sheer tights. Those are just regular tights. They're not hose. If you look, I mean, it doesn't matter, but
it makes it look like she's naked.
It's not. If you look close, you can see that they're just regular like skin color tights. Maybe a little bit of sheer, but not. I mean, Brutus Beefcake type. Outfit.
Yeah, but she and Brutus Beefcake have nothing in common.
I'll watch Jade.
Gorilla Monsoon used to say Brutus Beefcake had tights that looked like you had hand grenades that went off in the pockets.
Yep.
Jade Cargill looks like she has tights that ain't got nothing on them at all. It's just skin.
Maybe I'm thinking more booty man.
I'll still watch Jade before I'll watch Brutus.
But anyway, it's good to see Dakota Kai back, and I don't know what's going on with this 6-person rivalry, 6-girl rivalry. I don't know. I don't want to see this.
Yeet.
I don't want to see this 6-man. I do not want to see this 6-man. I have no interest in seeing this 6-man. You take any 3 of the girls from the teams and put them in singles matches, or maybe a regular tag. I'm cool with this, but I really. Yeah, maybe they main event SmackDown with this 6-man next week. I don't know. I'm not.
Jade's standing there all mad that Bianca's abs are better.
Yeah, man, that's a crazy pair of women with abs in there right now.
No doubt.
Man, those girls ain't seen a carb in 10 years, man.
Nope.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so that's that. Let's see if I got one more. Yeah, one more picture of Jade before we end the slideshow.
Look, I'm sorry, but I had rather watch a blind, half-naked tomcat rape a porcupine.
Oh God, no!
And sit and watch these people point at that goddamn WrestleMania sign every show for 6 weeks.
We'll see.
That drives me in the face.
Well, I would watch that too because that's interesting.
A tomcat couldn't rape a porcupine anyway.
But it would be
we
awesome
could sell some tickets to that.
No, it wouldn't. It would be over quick because those quills point toward the back. You know, the quills are to prevent attacks from behind.
No matter how you look at it, I promise you're going to hear the statement, "It's just a little prick."
But I am curious if Naomi will be able to keep up with Jade and Ponytail. God almighty, I got hit in the head.
Ponytail.
Bianca.
Yeah, Bianca, because I just, with her debut, I mean, like I said, we got botched quite a lot at the last pay-per-view, so we'll see.
He just wanders in every once in a while.
That's fine.
No. Oh,
at least he's housebroken.
This show's gonna be nicknamed background noise.
I mean, he's like these guys you see out of just walking them under a bridge or something.
Well, I'm gonna start moving to shut it down on that one. Is anybody got any final thoughts before we get out of here for the Easter special?
Yes. AIWF Network tomorrow, whenever
7 p.m.
Yeah, director Rick Diesel over there gets it up. I'm just not gonna name it. Untitled Edsel podcast with Rob McBride, part 1. It's actually going to be 3 parts because I don't want to abuse the listeners with Rob McBride. So we'll figure all that out, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Very interesting. We look forward to that.
There's a shocking musical moment in it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Y'all not going to get up and dance like Jericho and MJF, are you?
No,
Okay.
no, it's
Me and
musical.
Rob?
Yeah.
It's musical trivia. Watch it. It's very interesting. And when I heard it, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Really?
Okay. All right. So
Renaissance man.
Yeah.
And don't forget to join us Friday night at Veterans Park. Remember, Friday night, because this is WrestleMania weekend.
Yep.
Friday night at Veterans Park. Rick Diesel, we're going to put 3 or 4 in the can this week, do you think?
Don't shoot for 4.
All right. So come out and watch our TV tapings. You'll see it live and uncensored before the censors at YouTube get to it, and we have to cut a bunch of stuff out. So not that we don't love YouTube. I mean, they got a lot of eyeballs on us because of YouTube, and thank you for that. But you do not get that raw, guttural feeling unless you come out in person. It's like any sport. You know, you go to a football game, it's better in person. You go to NASCAR, it's better in person. You go to wrestling, I think it's way better. I think of all the sports I just named, when you go in person, it's so much better. So before you get
live wrestling, man, live wrestling, I agree. It's just something else. Like the way it makes you feel, and yeah,
You're welcome, Reagan. You're welcome.
You're never gonna know what future star you're gonna watch on that indie show.
Thanks. Thank you.
I'm not.
Past,
I'm not
present, and future. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I can't make it this Friday, but I promise I'll be there to watch you the 20th, Corey.
Yeah, well, that's the night of the big one. So we'll see you guys this Friday night at Veterans Park. Show starts at 7, doors open at 6. Cannot wait to see you there. It's going to be a fun night to kick off WrestleMania weekend. So if anybody else doesn't have any final thoughts, I'm going to go ahead and go to the Bob Caudle close and wish everybody happy Easter. So for Dangerous E. Corey Etzel, Stephen Hayes, Rick Diesel, Brian and Reagan Danzig, I am Mad Matt Carter. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's edition of AIWF Ringside Wrestling. We will not be back next week because I will be in Martinsville for the race. We might do a makeup show. I don't know. We'll figure that out and let you know. All right. So really, I don't know when it'll be. So not next week, but until next time, so long for now.